So I'm having a conversation with a friend of mine about how parents throw out their kids at the age of 18. In particular, more so single mothers do. We were talking about how that's not good to do to an 18-year-old because, one, they don't have any financial means to take care of themselves. And I totally agree with that. I wouldn't just put my kid out at 18 just because you turned 18. You know, you can stay with me as long as you're going to work or going to school. You can stay with me, do what you need to do, so that way you can be able to go out there into the world and do your own thing. But the person I was talking to made one comment that made me think about something. They said these kids don't know anything by the time they turn 18. That's why they're not ready to be on their own. I thought about that and I'm like, that's our fault. Why they don't know anything. Because we didn't teach them. We didn't teach them how to be responsible adults. We just gave them everything they wanted without them working for it. In particular, millennials. It started off in the Gen X area, but us millennials in my age range, we did it. I didn't personally do it. I'm not saying y'all personally did it. But in general, our generation did that to these kids. We handicapped them. We made them think that like, oh, the world is nothing but sunshine and rainbows and everything's going to be fine. No, that is not how the world works at all. We should have been teaching our children from that by the time they were like 5, 6 years old how the world works. You have to work to get what you want. You're going to teach them about relationships, how to be a wife, how to be a husband. These 18, 19, 20-years get into relationships and they don't know what they're doing. That's because we didn't teach them. We used to be taught these things back in the old days. But in the new generation, we don't teach our kids none of that stuff on how to prepare for life as an adult. Like, check this out, for example. When my mom was 14 years old, she was able to run an entire household by herself. Like, she could take care of her 3 younger brothers, and her mom and dad knew how to run a household, run a checkbook, all of that, man. She knew how to do all of that. A 14-year-old nowadays can't even keep their room clean or keep up with their hygiene. They literally know nothing about being an adult at all. That's our fault. And for the people who think that's not a big deal, that we didn't teach them that, or it's not true, or teach your kid that life is all about happiness and bad things don't happen, y'all part of the problem. Y'all are the problem. And we have to change this dynamic. Ask yourself this question, parents. If you are your children's only source of financial stability, or if you are all your kids got, if something were to happen to you, how will your kids be able to fend for themselves as adults? Think about that. We're supposed to be teaching them how to be responsible adults, so that way they don't need us anymore. Because at the end of the day, us as parents, we're not going to be here forever. So we need to make sure that our kids know how to fend for themselves. I said what I said.